Here we go. I've beaten the beginner scenarios, the intermediate scenarios, the advanced scenarios, the expert scenarios. Here are the master scenarios. Master Bot is the toughest Prismata AI opponent. If you can defeat Master Bot, you are a great player! Right on. Can I defeat the Master Bot? More importantly, what things are on offer here? Because I've heard that you can go Animus first and still beat a Master Bot. I can build Plexo cells. The hell is that? Oh, they regenerate health, block 4, consume a drone, are available immediately and die after a single turn, so they are there to consume 4 points of damage. If you have the spare resources, build a Plexo cell. And that's one of the very few things that actually consume Gaussian. The others, like from the big ones, being Sinestras and Antimacomets. Sinestras are awesome, they give you free attack, but they require a lot in terms of Gaussian. I don't think going that way wise. I mean, come on. If I were to go for conduits early on, I'd be able to get Sinestras fairly early, but where would that leave me? I would also need, yes, replicate. I would have to get that from somewhere. Now, if only I could synthesize green somehow to get those 3 pieces and get Sinestras. Or 4 of them some way. But let's focus on other things. An oxide mixer, a blue machine that dies after 4 turns and constructs pixies. These lovely grenades that you can blow up at your leisure at any point to desire. Now, ordinarily, as far as I remember, pixies cost 1 gold and 1 blue, don't they? So it's absolutely worth it to build oxide mixers. They give you those lovely pixies. A doomed mech. That's a decent bit of stopping power. Gives you 2 attack if you want to use it to attack. Seems reasonably better than a steel spitter, although it eventually, inexplicably dies. Here's a Drake. A staple, they're just awesome. But, if you want to use things quickly, I'd suggest getting a doomed mech instead, they're cheaper. Also, you can get more of them in the Drakes. An Omega Splitter, those things are awesome. Free attack, can block, regenerate. They cost a pretty penny, but they're very nice. They'll probably be easy to get in Sinestras. A defense grid. It dies eventually, but it blocks for 7, so it's excellent at dissipating. Here come the red units. A Frost Brooder. It constructs frostbites. Plenty of them. And they hatch quicker. So if I want frostbites, I go for the Frost Brooder. If I want pixies, I go for the Oxide Mixer. There's the Gaussite Symbiote. Ooh, excellent! That's how you get Sinestras. Yes, it's a red creature that gives you Gaussium and 1 attack. Now, if you have to construct Gauss charges, 6 of them, you can just sacrifice it and pay the cost. I'm probably not going to use that, at least not initially. Lucina Spinos, they give you 4 attack, 4! And they can be used to construct perforators. Just plop them down into the field. You can, you can get a single one, you can't get multiples, which is understandable. I think I see a clear goal here. God damn it! I will make the Oxide Mixer work, or will I? It just doesn't work! No, build the Oxide Mixer later, that's dumb as hell. Maybe I should stop trying to make it. Going Animus first might make sense. Going Animus first Let's see if that probably makes more sense turn 1. Than going Blast Forge offensively. Blast Forge first, turn 1 Blast Forge. First let's get 2 drones, because I'm not that crazy. The wall will die. No, I am that crazy. It's not gonna work. Animus first. Here's a wall. Because my Talsias deal damage to him. Come on, Talsias, do your thing. And now what, genius? You can't even afford the Gaussites. You can no longer block with engineers. So he's going to have to make a few sacrifices. Can you actually win by going for those stupid Oxide Mixers? If I don't figure something out soon enough, I'm going to be terribly behind. Single drone dies. Well, this is not sustainable, is it? I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. I wouldn't say that we have equalized, because drone can't do it. Because he has stuff. I'm building an Oxide Mixer, and I kinda don't. Let's go drone on turn 1. It's essentially insane to not do that. Let's save what little gold I still have. Let's get another drone. My Talsias are almost ready. I'm pumping out quite a few pixies a turn. Oh boy, I'm going to get breached. Things are looking out. I put myself in this spot. Personally, let's blow up this pixie in this particular spot. Comet gave me, don't have anyone else to blame. Reasonable bit of attack. I'm going to bother trying. There go my Talsias and I'm ultimately dead. Hold on, how the hell did he get the Gauss charges? Also, let's blow things up. Alright, of course, the Gaussite Symbiote. Alright, another wall to defend. Well, now I'm screwed. Oxide Mixer. Trying to rush this bot is utterly pointless. It would appear. If I want to rush it, I'd probably have to get Talsias or something like that. Trying to go with Gaussite symbiotes just doesn't make sense. Drone. Fine, into Blast Forge Drone. He's getting a conduit every goddamn time. Let's get an Oxide Mixer. Wouldn't it have been better to get a Steel Splitter? Let's just get a Steel Splitter and another drone. How's he gonna do? How's he going to defend? The Steel Splitter will be available pretty much instantly. He's just going to take the damage. Another Steel Splitter, another drone. Didn't have enough funds for another Blast Forge or anything like that. He's going to attack with that Rhino. Go ahead and dissipate on it instead. Another Steel Splitter. And a Blast Forge. Going for those sweet, sweet Steel Splitters. Yep, he dissipated on the Rhino. But now I'm losing a single engineer. I'm okay with that. You'll have the Tal'Sir ready, and the Rhino. Fine, let's dissipate on a single Steel Splitter. Also, I can afford Doomed Mechs now. They are temporary, but I won't need them for long. Still don't have as many drones as he does. Not yet. More Doomed Mechs. And another drone. He's sacrificing drones to build false fields, that's a sign of desperation. He's using that Antima Comet, but it's not going to have the effect. He only has a single engineer for now. Another Doomed Mech. And 2 engineers. What? Fine, fine. Dissipate on the Rhino. Well, you're going to lose. Dissipate on the wall, predictably enough. 4 damage coming my way. Let's do it like this. The Antima Comet has come and gone. I just don't have enough. Let's dissipate on 1 Doomed Mech, I guess. And lose a Steel Splitter. Get a Blast Forge? No, no. Let's get a wall instead. Only so kind of single Steel Splitter. Do I get the Oxide Mixer? Yeah, I'm going to put those pixies to good use. We'll even on drones, so that's fine. And I can drone up quicker than he can. build 2 walls for defensive purposes. He's building force fields, I'm getting ahead. Let's get another oxide mixer. I'll just sacrifice this doomed mech, it's going to die anyway. Get 2 oxide mixers and a steel splitter. Here come the pixies. He's at 11 drones, I'm at 13. He's building engineers to build drones, but alas, not be enough. The doomed mech was doomed anyway. Yes, but I'll have to rebuild them, won't I? I cannot spend my Bohemian quickly enough. Unless I just start investing in walls like mad. Single doomed mech. And what else? Another drone, they're nice. I don't need more engineers. Dissipate on the doomed mech. Use the pixies, use the steel splitters. And since I have so much stuff, I can build a defense grid. It's not prompt. Damn it. 2 walls then. That's also nice. I'm getting there. Not quite. Fine, 2 more drones. Need those resources. Go ahead, sacrifice your walls, engineers. A drone. Yes. Oh boy, 2 NGs bite to dust. Yeah, stuff will die. Let's build a single wall. What else? A steel splitter, and I essentially ran out of gold. I'd love to get an animus, but I can't afford that. Let's get a drone and an engineer. He's building force fields, which is a sign of desperation, and defending with naked drones, which is a sign of him not having more conduits. Acquire the defense grid, at which point I will be absolutely safe and will be able to pump out plenty of offensive units. He's at 4 drones, I win. Actually, if that's as much as he can do. I don't need the wall. Here's a mighty defense grid that's going to dissipate a lot. And the match will end before it dies. Let's get an Omega Splitter. It has 3 attack, but it doesn't die. I'll just go all his drones, all of them. Let's get another Omega Splitter. And yet another drone. Overrunning. Fine. One damage on the defense grid, not a problem. You cannot build anything. No gold income. Congratulations, no easy feat. Why, thank you. Coffee break 3. After this enough break. Master challenges contain several tactical puzzles that are extremely tricky. They all have unique solutions. Well then. A single Shadow Fang that attacks automatically, and these things that I can use each turn. That's it. With so few variables, the answer is simple enough. I kinda have to freeze the wall, don't I? I do, because if I freeze these, that leaves 4 points to soak, and I can deal 3 points of damage, at most. Oh my goodness, this might take me a while. If the walls are unfrozen, I can't keep attacking with the Shadow Fang. For a very simple reason. It'll just get dissipated on one of the walls, that's just 2 points of damage, that's insufficient. Perhaps I'm horribly wrong here, but I believe turn 1 is essentially set in stone. I have to deal 4 points of damage. If I deal 3 points of damage, that's 1 shield module down and 1 wall soaking 2 points of damage and then regenerating to the full. So I have to deal 4. If I deal 5, that doesn't make much sense. That's a wall and the other wall soaking. Just the same as it is with 4. There has to be a way out, but I just don't see it. The worst part is I've been doing the same thing turn after turn. It's a suboptimal solution, but I just can't see past it. Is this the one that breaks me? Is this where it all ends? I just don't see it. I don't know how. I need 2 pixies to destroy 2 walls. That much is clear. Can't destroy the walls without them, we'll just get permanently and inevitably stuck. Do I want to destroy the walls? Yes. Unless I actually get an opportunity to freeze them, break through them and deal damage to the enemy monsters. I don't think I ever will. You cannot freeze the wall because you're only left with 2 cryo rays. You have to freeze the modules and use the pixie to destroy the wall. Now you're essentially left with nothing. You have the Shadow Fang, you destroy the shield modules, you get breached. Then your Shadow Fang destroys 2 things out of 3 things. The final thing kills you and you lose. So here's another concept. What if I just use a pixie and a wall without freezing anything on turn 1? That destroys a shield module, does not destroy a wall. I get rid of 2 false fields, or rather I lose them. I actually want to destroy the modules this way. Yes, I do, because otherwise this will get dissipated on the wall. So now I have to freeze them, use a pixie. A wall will have to go down. Cryo these, use a pixie, destroy the wall. These go down, I still have 2 cryo rays. So I freeze the shield modules and overrun, destroy a single Shadow Fang. Meaning that the Talsias destroy a single false field. I get to destroy the shield modules. And kinda get breached because the false field gets destroyed, but my Shadow Fang destroys both the Talsias and I win. I just woke up and I had this crazy idea. First I zeroed in on the idea this is called coffee break. Namely, don't use everything every turn, just chill out. Give it a moment, think about it, maybe not using it is better than using it at a particular moment. Once again, I realized, as I did before, that I needed those 2 pixies to destroy the walls, and that I had a single pixie to spell. So I figured I might as well try to spell the cryo rays at the beginning, accomplishing essentially the same thing in the end. Because by not freezing that, I destroyed a single module, with the rest dissipated on a wall, but I still had 2 pixies to destroy the walls when necessary and had only 3 modules to deal with, which made things much simpler. Holy crap, did I struggle with this yesterday. Alright. Alright, again. Drone. Conduit drone. If I'm rushing Zamora, I need to have more conduits. And quickly. Conduit, drone. He's also getting a conduit. And a Gauss cannon, of course he's going to start eliminating my engineers. Getting a Zamora. Two more drones. I probably should start getting, say, walls. Things like that. You know, defenses. And for that I need a blast forge. So let's get a single blast forge. Zamora is queued up. Here's a single wall, should hold him off long enough. Fine, going on the offensive. Isochronous. National engineer? Why? Do I want to... No, I need the gold. I desperately need the gold. Oh boy, he's diversifying. I need to go for the jugular. How exactly am I supposed to go for the jugular? Easy, I could get the plasma file. Well, let's do so. Let's get the plasma file immediately. Doomed wall, an engineer, a drone. Need more conduits. Oh boy. Zamora still is not up. Not ready. Not a doomed wall. Yeah, I'm running out of defenses here. In a second blast forge, I want to use my defenses in a reasonable fashion. Sacrificing drones for this is not the nicest sights. Maybe I should have fired my plasma fire last turn. Yes. Give me that attack. Give me everything. All conduits, more drones. I don't know whether you can actually reasonably use Zamora here and accomplish things. But damn it, I'm trying. Come on, Zamora, do your thing. And a blast forge. That's 6. I'll have 8 next turn. Excellent. Yes, I can't build isochronosis, otherwise I won't have 8 next turn. A drone. An engineer. Yeah, fine. False fielding. Alright, consuming a drone in order to deal more damage. Go ahead, dissipate on your doomed wall. You'll still have to sacrifice quite a bit. There we go, that lowers his attack. That lowers my drone count severely. Zamora? Zem, what happened? Did I inadvertently build something? Oh goodness. It was supposed to be 6. I was supposed to have the resources, now I don't. Alright, be cool. I don't want the borehole patroller. 2 drones. And a spell engineer. I have the way to go. Let's use the plasma fire and fire. I'll fire with Zamora next turn. Oh, alongside the isochronos. Awesome. Single one, but still. Better than none. Ooh, out of desperation. I got a Grimbotch. Awesome. On Zamora. And the plasma fire. Isochronosis. Fine, a single false field. Six plus 2, I should have 8 next turn, right? Should be able to attack with Zamora again. Oh goodness, he's getting those husks. So desperate. 2 more conduits. Now I'll be able to use Zamora each and every turn. That's awesome. Drones, I also need engineers. Let's get an Animus instead. Be able to build defenses? Is that what I'm going for? Really? Especially defenses out of the Animus, of all things. Let's get engineers instead, both for defensive purposes and to be able to build more drones. Let's not use the plasma fire this turn. Dissipate damage on it instead. Let's see how that goes. Overrunning! Zamora is going to win me this one. Two steel spitters. And say a drone. Using the plasma fire to deal even more damage. Yes! All the defenses have been destroyed. What do I wanna burn? Seal, definitely. An Isochronos. So it doesn't fire next turn. And a single drone, I guess. I'm kinda getting overrun here. Ah, whatever. Let him destroy my engineers and a single drone. Here's a doomed wall to defend me. No engineers, so I cannot build that. Fine, let's get some engineers. I'm still overrunning. So this doesn't really matter all that much now, does it? No drones. Actually, he's not going to be able to afford those walls anyway. He won't have any drones. So there's no need to worry about that. You'll have engineers. You'll have engineers, but you won't have the gold to build drones. That's it, that's the killing blow essentially. Simora! More drones, more engineers! Overrunning! Done it! Oh look, it's the cryo ray. I'm familiar with it. I'm quite familiar with it by now. It's extremely cheap. Incredibly potent, apparently. Because it's fragile and you pay its health to use it, so you can only use it 3 times before it dies out of being used. But 1 gold and 1 Garsite? That's a pittance, that's nothing. I guess it's one of those units you just have to know how to use properly. And here's a suspiciously similarly looking thing. Avenged Cannon. Should be familiar with those, shouldn't I? Gives you 2 attack, yes. You can construct gas charges. Still, to be able to build it, you have to sack drones. Still, might be a reasonable investment. If you desperately want to deal a lot of damage, you can deal 5 damage with it on a given turn if you want to, and the cost is, again, extremely tempting. 1 gold. So when you're strapped as far as gold is concerned and have those 3 bits of Garsite and 3 drones to sack, all are in a position where you derive more benefit from sacking those drones right the hell now instead of keeping them to generate further gold, you might as well build those Avenged Cannons and then use your Garsite and its health to break through and deal those final bits of damage that you need. Yeah, reading the set. Indeed, you look at this thing and try to figure out what combinations you can pull off with the basic set and with the things in the advanced set. I've decided to go for Zamora, and it was the right choice apparently, or at the very least it was possible. Alright, advanced defense. I'm supposed to destroy everything. I have 4 Talseers and these things to block. 2 energy matrices, 2 walls, 2 force fields, 2 shield modules. Oh boy. Interesting. Targeting a single gas cannon reduces it by no defenses on the enemy side, only 0 attacks. So let's do this. I'll have to prioritize them and of course dissipate damage here properly. Does it make most sense to target the Avenged Cannon? Yes it does. Another one of these, eh? Because you spend 8 to destroy it and that's 2 points of damage, whereas 2 points of damage from Gauss cannons is 10. The enemy does not have resources, so it doesn't matter anyway. I definitely do not disable as much. Just a beefy cannon with a lot of attack. I think the smartest thing I can do is destroy the Talseer and the Gauss charges, but I may be horribly wrong. That's 8 damage now. What I'm trying to accomplish... Yeah, it was a Talseer named Doom. I'm trying to harvest the end result is the energy matrix living and the enemy not having enough damage to bother me. As soon as I'm left with a single Avenged Cannon and 2 regular Gauss cannons, I'm fine, but at that moment... No, I should not focus on the Gauss charges. Not now. Yes, they suck. However, they're not that bad. They blow up once. Ignore them. Ignore the Gauss charges. Focus on permanent threats. Do I actually dispose of the damage even though it's temporary? Focus on Gauss cannons. That seems weird, but disposing of 2 points of damage Might as well. And moving the remaining points into another Gauss Cannon. Kill the Talsil anyway. Nasty little bugger. Damage to the Avenged Cannon. Hold on. I probably full attack next turn. Distributed the damage to... It's like a single point of damage to the Gauss Cannon. I'm still in a nice spot. My defense is poorly, which is why I'm losing, but ultimately I think this is the way to go. Because this turn, I eliminate the Talsil, which is 1 point of damage, 2 Gauss charges, and next turn give myself the opportunity to destroy a Gauss Cannon. That's the way to go. Let's distribute it like this. Destroy the Talsil, 2 Gauss charges, and damage the Gauss Cannon. But isn't that the way to go? Isn't it? Should I immediately go for the Avenged Cannon? But the Talsil is such a juicy target. I need to full attacks on the Avenged Cannon to kill it. Let's try going immediately for the Avenged Cannon. I don't think spreading stuff out makes much sense. But with Gauss Cannons, that's another story. 2 Gauss Cannons require me to spend 10 damage. An ideal 4 each turn. Very peculiar. So let's say I overflow 2. That means that by throwing out the Talsil on a single Gauss charge, I can next turn destroy this Gauss Cannon and damage the next Gauss Cannon so much so that I will be able to destroy it the next turn with all the damage. And that's it, I'm done. I'm getting breached and the Talsil is going to die. But that's because of an error as far as my defenses were concerned. I'm still convinced this is the way to go. Which could be my downfall. Seven damage. Six points of damage. Absorb here. Focus the Avenged Cannon. Absorb 4. Focus the Avenged Cannon, and now I'm left with 4 Gauss Cannons that I can destroy at my leisure. That was the solution. Yes, it is tricky indeed, because that pixie or Gauss charge is not permanent, it's just a point of damage coming your way. Now sometimes you want to eliminate it right here now, sometimes you don't. And apparently it's not that clear cut, it's not that it's not permanent, therefore you don't have to deal with it. Sometimes you do, because your defenses are insufficient to handle that single point of damage more. If you can, you do eliminate them, because hey, they're easy to kill and they deal a decent bit of damage. But on the other hand, you don't focus them all the time, because they're priority targets. The final Master Bot Challenge. What do I have at my disposal here? An Avenged Cannon. Oh goodness. You can damage it. Oh my, it provides 3 attack. That's quite a bit. It's not that expensive for 3 attack anyway. It's like 3 steel spurs, which would cost 18 gold. It gives you 3 attack, and it also allows you to construct prompt barriers. Now these barriers do die, but its additional functionality is not to be overlooked as far as the Avenged Cannon is concerned. It's mostly those 3 points of attack, and you can get 4 of them! They add up. Alright, let's just keep that in mind, not obsess over it. A Thermite Call. You can pay attack to construct pixies. In other words, if you're not trying to attack right the hell now, you might as well construct some pixies and breach your opponent at some later point, at your leisure. Now obviously you need to have that attack, and since this has a time span, you need to have that attack before you get it. Most of the time. Lance Tooth. Alright, there's a reasonably high build time. You gain 2 attack, however, you need to have 2 attack to be able to build this thing. Frankly, once you get the first one, you can click the first one to be able to afford additional ones. Or rather, a single additional one. Reasonably long build time. A blue offensive tool. Interesting split, by the way. Single green, here are the 4 blues. reds, and then reds mixed with greens. The Bohemian things don't really lead to anything aside from themselves. So I think it's better to either probably go green then red, or the other way around. We'll see. A synthesizer. Ooh! Yeah, this is awesome. This is an awesome one. You can get 4 of these, and they give you 2 Gaussite each turn. Remember, this can be stockpiled. It doesn't dissipate each turn. Also, you can pay 1 additional Gaussite each turn, and get 2 Bohemian for your trouble. It's just brilliant. If you want to focus on blue. Now, you do need a single Bohemian to be able to construct the synthesizer to begin with. But it still sounds like a brilliant thing. You don't have to build conduits that way. You can just have the synthesizer. So you go for blue, you build the synthesizer, bam, Gaussite. Gaussite galore, and you can build 1 each turn. They're cheap, the cost is the same as a steel splitter. Here, of course, is the Odin that gives you 3 steel splitters, and then can consume them to get 4 attack. Frostbite. It's the chilly one, the Wall Destroyer. It has a build time, so you have to be mindful of that, but other than that, it's a quaint little unit. Here's a prompt blocker, the Shiver Yeti, which can chill on command. Keep in mind, it has no attack. No attack whatsoever, it just chills. Of course, it just chills, it doesn't attack. A Reservoir. Not a reservoir, a reservoir. A build time of 5 turns, it's fragile, interesting, but of course it's made of Gaussite, so that adds up. It also requires some repliques. Oh my goodness! Now force fields, this is wacky as hell. 1 attack for each force field? You don't usually want force fields because you want to keep your drones alive, but damn! If you force field up the wazoo and somehow don't lose all your force fields, unlikely though it may sound, you just get a lot of attack out of the reservoir. No doomed walls here, so defenses are something to keep in mind. A Scorchilla. You can click it and you exhaust it. It only attacks from time to time. So once again, it's this rapid breach concept. A Sentinel, the hell is this? Only clickable 3 times. Gives you an engineer and 1 attack. Very weird. It's also a blocker, not a prompt one, but a blocker. And here's Tia Thornax. I'd call this legendary. You need to sacrifice 7 drones to get this. It's a prompt fragile blocker. Clickable only 3 times, but gives you 7 attack. That's a lot. Yes, once again, the idea is you punch through with the damage. You also get some freeze. I think I want to go for Lance Teeth. Or should I say Lance Tooths? I don't know. Yeah. Amassing Scorchilla seems to be the way to go, but I'm not just going to copy him, am I? Let's go for a Blast Forge opening. And the Asteroid Cannon, not an Odin. Synthesizers are nice, let's get them. Walls, if I need to get those. So we'll be able to get an Asteroid Cannon next turn if I don't do anything this turn. That's awesome. Here's an Shiver Cannon and a drone. He's getting a Scorchilla, but that'll take some time. Yeah, I have engineers to spare for now. Lance Tooth seem tempting, or Lance Teeth if you prefer. I think getting 2 more Gauss Cannons is a better idea though. I can benefit from them immediately. This is awesome. I can lose one engineer, that's okay with me. I'm not going to use the Shiver Cannon to construct a barrier right now, not against a single Rhino. Yeah, the wall would die ordinarily, but... yeah, the engineer will die and the wall will die. However, I could... that's probably not in my best interest though. I probably should... be ready for this Scorchilla attacking next turn, which is how much? 3... it's 4... and he also be able to freeze. 4 damage? Tempted to just get another Gauss Cannon. No, use the Shiver Cannon. There we go. This is the way. A drone and an additional engineer. Let's do it like this. He also got the rest of fall and a single force field, which he immediately sacrificed, obviously. Scorchillas are on cooldown, now is the time to strike. Two Gauss Cannons. He's got no drones, but I'm dishing out the damage. Scorchillas will be up soon. I probably should start walling up slowly but surely. Single wall. Another Gauss Cannon, perhaps? And more engineers, why not? I'm not about to block with all those drones. A wall. Synthesizer, another wall. Force field. Belly, hold on. Initial engineer. This should... fine, let's get to more force fields, see where this leads. Can we bother to calculate? And I know I'm hemorrhaging drones, but I think this is going the right way. Alright. I have plenty of defense, more than I need. But I need offensive units. And when do I need them? Now. And one more drone, why not? Scorchillas will be up and running soon enough, so I have to be somewhat wary. Get a single wall here and a Gauss Cannon. For future purposes. Absorbing. A wall. And another wall. A force field. Do I need that force field? I don't know, but I'd rather have it than not have it. The thing is, his Coachillas can deal damage from time to time. I'm dealing damage turn after turn. Gauss Cannon, I'm running low on those, which is fine. Let's get another wall. I'm running low on walls too. He's building force fields, the poor thing. I have more drones than he does, and his force fields go down, so the rest of R doesn't really deal damage, now does it? A steel splitter. Another drone. I'm ready for those Coachillas. Or am I? Out of walls. But that's okay. I'm overrunning anyway. Down they go. Oh yeah, sure, attack, why don't you? A steel splitter, a drone, maybe another engineer, why not? Yeah, this is going to die. Those fragile Coachillas are going to get damaged, and since he can get no more gold and no more drones, I'm going to be fine. Dish out the damage. All Coachillas go down. This goes down, the Animus goes down. Victory has been achieved! Hierarchical portfolio search. Huh. Yeah, not that common of a name, but fair enough. That was the final Master Bot challenge. Oh boy. The thing is, this is a tough one. But certain things are granted. It's clear that you need the Gauss charges to kill the Xeno Guardian. The Shadow Fang will not be able to do it on its own. It's also clear that the enemy will dissipate the damage as long as it's possible. And will dissipate on the Xeno Guardian if the Xeno Guardian is not frozen. The Xeno Guardian's alive. And if there's free damage coming the Xeno Guardian's way, then nothing will be accomplished whatsoever. I can also buy a total of 9 things. I need 2 Gauss charges to kill the Xeno Guardian. The question is, do I need more? Is it better to focus on freezing? Should I buy, say, 7 Cryo Rays and 2 Gauss charges? That sounds absurd, but it might just be the way to go. For now, destroying the Shadow Fang is utterly pointless. And buying new Gauss charges, which explode immediately when you click them, those are not fixes of Gauss charges, would also be totally pointless, because ultimately, whatever damage carries over would just blow up on the Xeno Guardian. 3 points of damage, most likely. Up to 3. So even if I get a single shield module down, that won't really benefit me in any reasonable way. I think the shield... no, everything will be dissipated on the Xeno Guardian first and foremost. Taking the shield module down sounds like a fun idea if I were able to do that initially, but it won't be. So a single Cryo Ray, 2 Gauss charges. 2 more Gauss charges. And 4 more Gauss charges. Is that it? Because now I deal 2 more points of damage and I win! Yeah, that is a very good point. Indeed. You don't get to distribute damage unless you actually breach. But Cryo Rays you can always target. The key to winning here was freezing that wall, because that wall does not deal damage. I'm fairly proud of myself. These ones are really challenging. They kind of force you to think. And although I am not completely analytically solving every single problem, I am experimenting and just blindly using trial and error to solve them to some extent. At least I have a rough idea of what... I have more than a rough idea of what the mechanics are, what the point is, and what I'm trying to accomplish. Over here, I had the plan quite clear, but I did not perform all the calculations ahead of time. It still worked out, ultimately. So I just hashed out the details. Alright, the unfair challenge is probably going to be horrible, and I probably won't complete the first time. Watch out, Masterbot has an extra engineer. How unfair. Oh yeah, I'm just going to crush him with ruthless violence. I don't need an engineer. Let him have that engineer. Let him build it. Let me see what I have at my disposal. Oh, I'm not familiar with these things. I know the barrier. It blocks or it dies. It's a steel forge. Oh my. It allows you to construct steel splitters quite quickly. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. That's absolutely brilliant. You consume a drone. Yes, that's the most important part of this entire deal. But you pay 1 gold and 2 Bohemium to get a steel splitter. I think that's a decent deal, considering a drone costs 3 gold and 1 energy for which you need the engineers. But still, if you have those drones and you have the Bohemium, which you will because the steel forge gives you 2 each turn, you can just click them and get those steel splitters. Sounds awesome, except that he has the additional engineer, so he will be able to pump out drones quicker and buy. It's more likely to successfully go this route. Also, you need to construct a blast forge first and transform it into a steel forge, upgrade it, so to speak. Here's a Maha Rectifier. Fragile little bugger, but he restores health. So he's an excellent blocker. Just beside him, block things. Or click him to attack. Pretty flexible, pretty versatile. Or versatile. Egg Turbine gives you gold. Also, if you want to, you can consume the drones, get even more gold and energy. What on earth would you need the energy for to build another drone? Because that would be pointless cycling. Here's the thing, I get the intention here. You get that energy, maybe you have units that use energy, but I don't think I do. A grenade mech. Another pixie mech, eh? Constructs 3 pixies. Gives you 1 attack at the start of each turn, which is nice. You can construct more pixies by consuming blast forges. Blew up the wazoo. Oh look, nitro sides. They're extremely cheap. Take a while to build, but you can blow them up. You know, a reasonable bit of damage. They're absurdly cheap. That's the way to blow straight through your opponent's defenses and breach them. That's electrovolves. They work with ectobines. You feed them eggs. He's a Blood Rager, just a Blood Rager, just 2 attack. That's it. Except to build this guy, you need to spend 3 attack. That's 3 attack not going towards your enemy. Still pretty nifty. 7 gold and 1 replicase for a thing that does 2 damage. Remember the good old steel splitter? This guy deals... sorry, this deals 2 damage. This splitter deals 1. Good point. Yeah, you spend that attack, you get more attack for that attack. Shadow Fangs, which, as we all know, are absolutely awesome. A Thunderhead. Dies up to 3 turns, its front dice can be attacked, but it gives you 4 attack. And a Colossus. Huh. You can only get 4 of them. They're fragile. They require a pretty complicated set of resources, but my goodness, they give you 3 attack. Alright, once again, an Animus opening. They allegedly never work. Second Animus. At waste resources. Fine, let's get... get an Electrovore and a Nitrocide. Nitrocybe and another Electro Ball. Oh boy. It's gaining an Animus. Probably gonna go for Rhinos. Yes, he did. No more drones for him. So he can deal 2 damage. Let's do the Rhino. And an Engineer. 2 Rhinos with 2 attack. Disposed off. He's got no Engineers, but he's got more drones than I do. So I'd better get on that defensive. Yes! I am going to destroy the only Rhinos that can attack. That puts me in a great spot. And I can't quite drone up behind this now, can I? 2 Nitrocybes, 2 more Engineers. Let's do this. I destroy all the Rhinos. His Rhinos can no longer attack, they were used to defend. Now he's getting Nitrocybes, getting a Blast Forge, getting more Engineers. He's dead! He has 0 attack this turn. Let's use the final bit of attack from the Rhino. Another Electro Ball. And a Nitrocybe. Come on. Go face damage. I should have droned up behind this. Should I get Blood Rages instead? Drone, 2 Engineers. Yeah, he can dissipate somewhat. Let's get another Electro because they're cheap. And another drone. I'm getting the... My kitties are keeping me alive. That Rhino is dead! Dissipating on Rhino, attacking with all the Electro Balls. Awesome. More Engineers. An attack with the Electro Balls, come on. Can't let him get more Engineers. That Rhino is dead, it cannot attack. Attacking with all of them. Getting a single drone. 1 more Engineer. 2 Nitrocybes. Gotta blow him up. I want those Shadow Fangs, but I need another Animus. So let's get that Animus. Also get another Electro Ball. So nice. Wasting resources a bit, but I still think it's fine. Oh boy. My poor Electrovolts are not able to attack all at once. That's bad. Let's get a Shadow Fang anyway. Hope this works out. I know losing the engineers is going to suck, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Overrunning. Excellent. I'm essentially trading the Ultra Balls for Shadow Fangs now. Kill the Tarsier. Excellent, overrunning again. Yes, but I do need defenses. Yeah, let's just bait on those rhinos, I'm okay with that. Do I need those defenses? Can I assign that damage? Three Nitro Sides, there we go, and another Engineer. Overrunning again. Of course, all my engineers are going to die in this state of affairs, but that's still moderately okay. Yeah, let's sacrifice them, use Shadow Fangs. I want to be able to attack with the Electrovals, but I don't particularly mind! I have essentially one anyway. Not a Shadow Fang, one more Engineer. Let's destroy the Blast Forge. I don't want any more defenses. For him, anyway. Shadow Fangs are awesome. Victory! The Sentinels, weird creatures that they are. You can get 3 engineers out of them and attack 3 times with them. They're fairly cheap though. Those 3 engineers alone would cost 6 gold. So we're essentially getting 3 points of attack on 3 separate turns for a single Garsite and a single Replicase. Weird creatures. This is a Landstooth. I'm somewhat familiar with those. They have a build time, so to build them you need those 2 points of attack. You need to spend them instead of damaging your opponent. But hey, other than that, they're fairly cheap. Aside from those 2 points of attack, the cost is the same as a Steel Splitter. And they have more defense as well. Here's something new entirely. A Tyrannosmolcus. Does it go face? Gives you 1 point of attack, and then you can pay 2 replicates to gain an additional point of attack. Yes, they do go face, and they're relatively cheap. Get that, Animus? Yes, of course, the Tyrannosmolcus! 2 points of... Yes, they're awesome! They're extremely offensive. Many different strategies are available with this particular blueprint set. Yes, it would appear that way. Each of the 11 random set units has the potential to play a role. Fair enough. I decided to go for kitties and then transition into Shadowfangs. I'm sorry, Electroballs, and then go into Shadowfangs. Good show, I guess. Oh boy. Yes, I'm supposed to protect the Shadowfang, predictably enough. Can buy Cryo Rays and Gauss Charges. All of my defenses are fragile. Oh boy. I can only buy 5 things? No, hold on, I can buy 20 and 5 a turn at most. I'm probably not going to get this right, but I'm going to count it out anyway. How much damage do I need to deal? Here's the thing, I need to kill everything that deals damage. I can ignore the shield modules for now. So I need to deal 1 point of damage because of the Shadowfang, plus 4 points of damage because of the Xenoguards, and 7 times 2 points of damage for the Patrollers. Now that adds up to 5 plus 14. That's 19 points of damage. I have 3 turns. During those 3 turns, I'll get, from the Shadowfang, only 6 points of damage. I need 13 more points of damage, at least. Because if I don't deal those 13 points of damage, I cannot even begin to hope to destroy everything on the board. Now that's not counting the shield modules. With them, I would need 15 points of damage, and that's not counting any dissipation that might occur, which it might. Over here, on the side of my defenses, I have 5 times 5 plus 2 times 2 hit points to protect me. That's 25 plus 4, that's 29. The enemy has 10 points of damage to begin with. So the enemy can deal 10 points of damage first turn, 10 points of damage the second turn, and on the third turn I get Breach and Shadowfang dice if I do not destroy any units by then. I probably should destroy some units by then. But even if I do, I ultimately only have 29 points of damage that I can absorb. Unfortunately, I can't dissipate, that's unfortunate, but at least I know how much I have. Now the most obvious thing, I need at least 13 Gauss charges. I don't think it's possible otherwise. If you count a 4th turn, I get 2 more points of damage. And that falls to 11, but I sincerely doubt that can work. So, 13 Gauss charges, which leaves room for 7 Cryo Rays. Now, if I stick to that minimum, I can go a bit higher than that on the Gauss charges, but I cannot go lower. So I may take into account all the dissipating effects. But my goodness, unless there's something amazing on turn 4 that's going to happen, which it won't, then I can only increase the number of Gauss charges, decrease the number of Cryo Rays, leaving me with a few options. I can't count apparently. 13 Gauss charges are needed, and I have... No, I can count. There's 19. There's number of points of damage I need to deal. No, everything is fine. Which means that ultimately, aside from spreading these things out, I have the following options. 13 and 7, 14 and 6, 15 and 5, 16 and 4, 15 and 3, 16 and 2, 17 and 1, and 18 and 0. 17 and 1 sounds promising. You freeze one shield module and the rest dissipates. But other than that, I don't know. Here's the thing. Turn 1, I cannot possibly freeze the Xenoguardian, and I'm ignoring the shield modules. And the dissipation. If I buy any Gauss charges whatsoever for the next turn, well, if I buy a single one that dissipates on the Xenoguardian, so I could buy 2, which means a shield module going down and a patroller absorbing the rest of the damage. I've ultimately done essentially nothing. Because no patrollers go down whatsoever. And those are Gauss charges that I need to add to the total. At that point, it's no longer possible for me to subsist on 13, I would have to bump it up to at least 15. But yes, at most I can have 7 Cryo Rays. Could start out like this. It makes very little sense to actually try and do it this way, but let's try. 7. Hold on, what? Oh yes, of course, and I will only get the final 5 gold on turn 4. That makes things awkward. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I think 17 and 1 might be the way to go. 18 and 0 probably won't work. 17 and 1. How the hell am I supposed to do that? I can only get 5 things a turn. Oh boy, what are the options exactly? Let's enumerate them. I can go. Nothing, 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 nothing. Nothing. Probably encode these as 0s, 1s, and 2s. That's too much stuff, and I also have to add up. I can get more than 5 things because I can save and then get more next turn. Oh my goodness, a combinatorial explosion here. I don't think that's getting me anywhere. Now let's analyze this. I know how I will dissipate the damage, and the AI will do the same bloody way, won't it? So ultimately, I have to deal at least 4 points of damage next turn if I want to do anything, because otherwise it's just going to get dissipated on Xeno Guardian, and I'll be screwed. 4 points of damage don't get you far. Do 5 points of damage benefits you? That probably kills 2 shield modules and dissipates the rest on the Xeno Guardian. It's 5 points of damage, 2 Cryo Rays. Is there a point in freezing any particular patroller? Doesn't really seem that way, now does it? No, of course, no, a single patroller dies, Xeno Guardian absorbs 3. No, 0 patrollers die. How intriguing. And again, if I freeze it, a single patroller does die, and then there's no Guardian absorbs the rest. So I could get 1 fewer Cryo Ray, 1 more Gauss Charge. That doesn't help, because with a single Cryo Ray I can't really freeze effectively, now can I? Maybe getting rid of the shield modules initially is the way to go. Or maybe I should freeze them every goddamn turn, I don't know. Nah, let's actually destroy them. Destroying the patroller sounds like a better deal, though. Hold on. What's the point in doing this? I freeze these. There's a Xeno Guardian. So I need to deal at least 4 points of damage. As long as I do deal 4, then 5 doesn't make a difference. So 3 Cryo Rays and 2 Gauss Charges. My intuition is, if I am to get the Cryo Rays, I need to get them early. Otherwise, I might not get them at all. Let's go with the 6 Cryo Rays plan. So now we freeze these, which kills the patrollers. Hold on, that's 4 points of damage. Yeah, of course it kills the patrollers. And that's defeat. I don't think 6 is the way to go. Freezing the shield module sounds like a plan, but other than that, no. Maybe not freezing the shield module and freezing the Xeno Guardian, that was the original idea though. That's not enough! What's closer though? So I freeze these. think I should destroy the shield modules sooner or later. How about this? 2 cryo rays now and 2 gauss charges. Into this. How good of an idea that is. Actually, if I want to destroy the shield modules, I might as well not use the cryo rays right now. In which case, I need 1 more gauss charge. No, not freezing. Both of them go down, excellent. Now I don't have to worry about them. Actually, 5 points of damage, I'll easily distribute it, that's pointless. Freeze this guy. Freeze him again! They die. Shadowfang dies, I die. Six. I need 6. Wait, what? Am I freezing this? Is there a point in freezing this? Yes, I am. Yeah, 6 sounds awesome until you actually try it, at which point it cripples you. Maybe I should just get them late. If I have 6 of them on turn 3, I can freeze the Xeno Guardian, the Patroller, destroy the Shadowfang. What if I get an enormous amount of Gauss charges on turn 1? What'll that do? Yeah, this is not working. Not working at all. It's a nice concept, but... How about fall? It's 5. Oh, that's 5 this way. Predictably. What about no freezing? Yeah, perfectly. I can die on turn 3 if I don't use my Gauss charges early enough. Hogging them isn't doing me much good. So 2 to begin with. Actually, if I get 3, they get displayed on the shield launch or something. So let's get 3. 7, which means 9 damage. Let's see how that gets dissipated. Probably quite nicely. One Gauss charge, really? Is that the way to... I know, I deal 9 damage a turn. That kills 3 of these. And as always, that kills the crab. What if you're just supposed to buy Gauss charges? And the moral of the story is sometimes the best way to use these things is to not use them at all. Oh boy. And there's no point in freezing now, is there? Might need more cryo rays, we'll see. We'll see, really? Will we? We won't! That kills the crab. Eight damage. And then we die! have a look at the dissipation. I'm not sure not freezing anything is the right move. Maybe I should just keep freezing those stupid shield modules turn after turn. Eight damage this turn. How do you think that dissipates? Boldly. Better than 7. How would 7 get dissipated? 3 on this, which we fall. 2 patrollers go down. 2 patrollers down because there's no... Yeah, 8 is the way to go here. Wait a minute, that's very promising. I'm left with 4 until fall. Alright, I can deal 7 points of damage this turn. Wait a minute, is that... The enemy forces for now deal 3, 4, 6 damage. I have 4 in terms of defenses, so I need to kill 2 patrollers. I don't have enough damage. There's no Guardian lives, I lose. Right. Let's put dissipation on 3 turns. For instance, 7 damage. That's fairly pointless, isn't it? Let's go with 6. I kill everything outside from the Shadow Fang. That was the closest I've ever gotten to beating this level. So maybe it's about freezing on this turn or something. If I freeze a single patroller, what will that change? Still have those 3. I think turn 3 is the secret yet. Alright, let's experiment here. I know what I can do. I can get more cryo rays. Let's see how this works out. I could freeze a goddamn Xeno Guardian. 5 damage, I have 7 for next turn. That might be the way to go, although I'm not sure, No, that's not the way to go. No, this dissipates on that guy anyway. What? The hell? How did I fail? Do I need 1 more Gauss charge? Well, I do 5 points of damage this way. Hold on. Yeah, 95, but I need that 1 more point of damage. Getting a single cryo ray seems weird, but might be the way to go. I'm overrunning, I destroy the Shadow Fang and I win! Well, I don't win, I have to destroy the shield modules, but I can do it with the Shadow Fang. Victory! Finally! My goodness, it took me a while. And it was trial and error to a large extent. Yes, I did think during it, I did recognize that things were getting better, I did correct my cause like a reasonable person, but I did not analytically solve the entire problem ahead of time and then just apply it. My bad, sorry guys. Regardless, it's one thing knocked out the park, so to speak. One more thing. Unfair challenge 2. Master Bot is an extra engineer. And Vivid Drone is also available. This is preposterous. Alright. What do we have exactly? Oh my goodness, drones. Here's the Vivid Drone. Consumes 2 drones. And gives you 3 gold. It's awesome. A Savior. You can buy a single one. Consumes 6 drones. Has a long build time. Instead of turn, gives you 1 gold for each drone you have. You can construct plasma files, which also consume drones. No, this is preposterous. You consume drones with this to construct plasma files, which you then click to consume drones to deal damage? That's ridiculous! I mean, you could do a lot of damage with it, but I'm not sold on this idea. Trinity drones, consume 2 drones, the fragile have 5 health, but they're essentially encased drones. They give you a lot of gold, they give you 3 gold for 2 drones spent, and you can get the full bit of gold if you just give them green, which is Gaussium. Gaussite? Gaussite. Fission turret. Dies in 5 turns. At the start of turn gives you 1 attack, that's cool. Pay 3 energy, sacrifices the fission turret to get 3 Gaussite. Interesting, so it deals damage and then you get a splurge of Gaussite. Kinetic Driver, dies in 6 turns. Also gives you attack. Sacrifice Kinetic Driver. So sacrifice it to destroy an enemy animus. Blast Forge, all conduit. Interesting. Very interesting. I love the destruction options available. Militia, consume additional drones, but at the cost. Oh my goodness. The stuff it offers, yes, it consumes a drone, but gives you gold if you click on it. It's as good as a drone. You militarize your drones. And you get to attack. Of course, you need Bohemian, but that's another issue entirely. You can get husks of the infusion grid. There are Apollos, which can snipe drones and other things. Immolites. They take their sweet time, but ultimately can deal a bit of damage. You've probably not synchronized them. Grim Botches. That's a 5 turns, but you can click them to deal damage. And here's a nice big golem. It's a frontliner. Frontliner, this one. Cheap as hell. You get one attack and you can chill with it. Just one attack for this thing. Yeah, it's cheap and blocks well. Back and ready for more punishment. Alright. Here's the plan. Get a vivid drone and 2 engineers. Out macro the guy. And now, get 4 drones. And at this point, you get 2 vivid drones. His income is 15. My income is also 15. He's getting a blast forge. He'll start getting units soon enough. Can't build any more drones at this stage, so I probably should get resource posting facilities. Do I get that animus and start attacking, or do I get a blast forge and take on a more defensive posture? Let's get a blast forge initially. Could get a conduit and things like kinetic drivers soon after, but no. Let's get a blast forge for now. Single blast forge. Getting an animus to also attack. Not using that blast forge. He's not getting that wall. We've gotten a wall or something along those lines. Had I not gotten my own blast forge? Tough to tell. Here's an infusion grid. $19 income, he's got 18 income. I'm ahead. Instead of getting an infusion grid, I could get a steel splitter to deal damage. Start dishing out that damage. At which point he'll probably get a wall or something. Either way, it's a threat. Puts the fear of God into him. That God being me, of course. What's the income on his side? 20. On my side, 19. Vivid drones. Put me ahead on income. Could get that stupid infusion grid, and I will. Not enough engineers to get more drones. I think that was the initial mistake. I should have gotten more engineers earlier on. If I end up losing this, that's probably what I'm going to do. Anyway, let's get that animus? Yeah, the animus. And perhaps a conduit to boot to get the kinetic driver to destroy his animus. Yes. He's still droning up. My goodness, he's droning up like a madman. It's a nice split golem. A kinetic driver. Single task here, 2 drones. Also attacking with the steel splitter, he can't really do much to me. The infusion grid will dissipate. Although, of course, the damage from my steel splitter will also get dissipated. Damage is piling up. He's probably going to kill my ice blades. $25 on his side. Less on my side, that's bad. Destroying the animus. Yeah, I killed that, of course you did. Another Ice Blade Golem. Is that wise? Yeah, why not? He's probably going to retarget essentially everything to kill that. Meanwhile, I'll get another animus. He's also getting an animus. Here's a kinetic driver to destroy that once it comes online. There's a Grim Barge for multiple purposes. Another Vivid Drone. 27? Ah, that's nice income. It's very nice income. Let's get an additional engineer for defensive purposes. It's getting false fields. Screw that. No animals for you. There, I'm going to need another blast force to keep piling up those walls. I need the Grimbush to defend this stun. That's sad. But I can use a Rhino and pile up the damage instead. That's what I'm going to do. Three Malites. Damage galore. No drones though, and drones can be transformed into false fields on a whim. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm doing quite a bit of damage. That's nice. Freezing that. Yeah, he's going to lose quite a bit. As long as I properly manage my defense, I should be fine. Two more Ice Blade Golems. Attacking with all the Immolites. Another Rhino for defensive purposes. Yet another Rhino for defensive purposes. He's not rebuilding the Animus anymore. He gave up. A fission turret, for what little it can provide. Seven points of damage, die! Can I do this? Will I wipe out enough? How would I dissipate? 2 on this. So that's 6 left. Fall. Kill the Grimbotch. That's 1 fewer point of damage. Everything dies. Not the way to go. Actually, I probably should have waited with the Immolites to attack this turn with freezing. Yeah, whatever. Oh, no false pills. Alright, 2 rhinos. Immolites will be up next turn. His Immolites are up this turn. He could attack with his militia, will he? He will. So what the hell do I want to get? Even more Limmolites, Grimbotches? Talseers would be nice, but they take a while to wind up. However, that's probably still the way to go. That's kind of pointless, isn't it? So 3, 6, 9, 11. Interesting. You could refuse to get Talseers and say get Rhinos, better for defensive purposes. Ah, fine, let's do that. So what do I do at turn 13? Do I go for infusion grids or do I go for offensive units? Or both somehow? Grimbotches can block. That's something. These get killed. Let's get plenty of Talseers. Because this point my income is better than his, so as long as I can hold out, I win. Should I fired with that single Immolite? I don't know. Turrets as offensive units en masse. Eight, so 2 walls die. The engineer dies, 7. 1 point of damage gets wasted. Yeah. Let's have those husks. Talseers will be ready next turn. His Immolites are on cooldown, but they will be up soon enough. Overrunning, finally. Vivid drones are threats. I mean, vivid drones give him money. But my income is better than his. What I need to do is eliminate threats, and that's just what I'm doing. He's going to kill the Ice Boy, won't he? Yes. Less damage coming my way. Awesome. Overrunning again. Fusion grid. Fission turret, fission turret. Fission turret. Another engineer. Right, overrunning the defenders. Need to destroy damage dealers. Like this guy. And this guy. I mean, I could destroy one more, but then I'm not destroying vivid drones. Then again, that's kind of okay, isn't it? Actually, no. Kill the Steel Splitter. That's okay. He deals 1 damage. Makes perfect sense. Kill a single vivid drone, and we're fine. You can use that kinetic driver to knock out whatever. I don't particularly care. It'll probably knock out the conduit. Also, I'll get 3 more points of damage this turn. Can't really block all that much. Lights. More damage later on. I know I'm getting overrun. Yeah, that probably makes sense. I'll go my vivid drones. But I have plenty to offer myself. At this point, his lights on cooldown, which is awesome. Militia, 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 militia. Militia. Kill the drone. He's still overrunning, but I don't need that income desperately. Actually, let's keep this drone untapped. Oh, 1 point of damage. How quaint. And since the Ice Blade is alive, I'm absolutely fine. Here's another Ice Blade. I just need enough of them to break through the sort of things that regen health. I could have militarized my own drones, and I probably should have militarized. Actually, I didn't have drones, I only had vivid drones at that point. That's why that wasn't much of an issue. Ice Blades everywhere. Let's freeze this guy. Defend with the Steel Spear, why not? I could get more Steel Spears for defensive purposes, but they've outlived their usefulness right now. Immolites are trivial to kill, so let's do that now. 1 Gauss Cannon, 2 Gauss Cannons, and a 3rd one. He's overrunning, but only barely. Freeze this guy. Desperate Golems provide damage of their own, and they cannot be killed because he doesn't have enough damage and he doesn't have enough resources to get more damage. Checkmate. Now what do I get? It doesn't matter. But what do I get? It doesn't matter. This, 1 point of damage here. Alright, fine, defend with Decify. I mean, I have it die, fine. I'm somewhat okay with this. Freeze the engineer. This goes down. These things go down. No resources, no units, nothing. I did it! Took plenty of retries. Was not clean by any stretch of the imagination, but I did it! Worked! It's the Ice Blade Golem that I'm quite familiar with right now. The Centrifuge, it's weird. You pay 5 coins and in 3 turns you get resources back. You get 3 coins back, so you ultimately spend 2 coins and some time. And from that investment you get Gaussite, Bohemium and Repliques. Seems like a reasonable investment. Of course, the 3 turns are the kicker here. Well, they're not the kicker. They are the kicker. They are the kicker. They are the cost you have to pay. That's the whole point. A mobile animus. Okay, gives you 1 Repliques. Huh, you can construct a prompt rhino. If you just give it 2 more coins. I like this. So if you desperately need defenses, mobile animus is the way to go. Okay, give me tips on this encounter that I've just beaten. Masterbot was developed by Dr. David Churchill. It's hired by Lunax Studios after winning the 2013 StarCraft AI competition. Oh my goodness. Is that the same StarCraft AI tournament that I... Well, the Masterbot is Reasonably bright, but apparently not bright enough. Sheesh. I out-macroed it, even though it had the advantage initially. Awesome. I already resent this. Coffee break, so you were supposed to wait. But how the hell can you afford to wait? Freezing everything seems like a reasonable idea, but it's not. It's not, because you will not be able to freeze things again. So if you do this, you are done for. You get rid of 3 points of damage for what? To what end? But at that point you are no longer able to destroy the energy matrix. Because you are not able to freeze the walls to deal the necessary damage. All the shots of full damage will be dissipated on the energy matrix over and over. So freeze it once. Freeze one of the walls. Breach, kill a Shadow Fang. Freeze this here. Destroy this. Destroy the Shadow Fang. Energy Matrix absorbs. Excellent. Pixie. Destroy this. We are going to dissipate on the Yeti. Actually, the Yeti can die. Dissipating on the Energy Matrix. Killing animuses that can no longer destroy the Matrix because they don't deal enough damage. I destroy them. GG. Simple enough. A lot simpler than the previous one, I can tell you that much. I just did. Of course I can.